Hey everyone, this is Primoz here and I'm with Infiniti, and we want to talk about today how she subscribed her first 7 members into her membership. So we want to go into this idea a little bit right now. Infiniti, would you like to tell everyone, first of all, what kind of coach are you so they understand your niche, your value?
Yeah, I am a generational shaman, psychic, physical empath, medium, medical medium, psychic, channeler, and all around soul and spiritual guide, quantum distance healer. So I work with usually clients in one-on-one situations or in workshops. So this was actually my first like group and ongoing group thing. But yes, so spiritual guide and healer, ascension coach, and empath guru
Right.
is basically who I am and what I do.
Very nice. So a few weeks or months ago, right, you created this membership offer where you would run, weekly group calls and so on, and you would charge people monthly subscriptions. And now you just
Yeah,
subscribed your first 7 members, and you're gonna build it from there, right? What is
yes.
the value that people are getting out of your membership now? What's that outcome promised idea that they're gonna learn?
Well, they're going to learn the self healing technique and regimen to disconnecting or cutting energy cords and resetting energy cords. And each time they do these sessions, they are basically disconnecting from typically people, but it could be trauma, addictions, events, things like this that they are energetically connected to, because every connection is energy going out and energy coming in, and we want to keep our energy as high and as tight as possible as far as what's coming in and out, and be very much in control of that. And most people don't know about anything about this or how to do it, or there's ways that people have tried to teach it that is not beneficial. And so this teaches people how to go through a whole practice of doing this energy work and maximizing their life force energy every single time. And when they do that, their whole life changes. Everything gets rearranged because they're coming from a higher vibration, and everything of their perception and gets shifted. So it's very, very life changing. I'm extremely passionate about it. I've been working with my one-on-one clients, and actually offering components of it for free for a long time because it is very, very important. But in this course, it's all about that. And I go through the entire method in the live course, which I'm still in the middle of. And then weekly, and in the private Facebook group. And people can also book one-on-one time with me at a reduced rate for this specific purpose, and get really the coaching and the guidance that they need, because a lot comes up when they do this energy work, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, visually, and things, and they'll have questions and really need guidance with this. And aside from just my own experience and guidance, they'll be hearing from each other and what they're experiencing in their own private healing sessions. So it's teaching energy work, it's spiritual, it's all that good stuff.
Right. So you're still doing one-on-one work, right? Which is, let's say, higher rate, right? But now you decided to
Definitely.
create a membership which is more affordable to people, right? For example. And yeah, it seems that you are teaching them how to heal themselves and how to cut the low vibrations, the cords. And I'm not a pro on this topic, but that's
You
what
should do it, Primoz. You'll see for yourself what it's like. It's amazing.
I will boost my energy a lot then if I cut the bad stuff out of my life, which I'm working on.
Yeah, it's really important for everybody to do, especially empaths. It's really, really important to do, and to
Yeah.
do it yourself. Now, there's people out there who sell this as a healing session to go to them to cut cords. But effectively, everybody has
Can do this on our own.
between 15 and 25 cords that they need to cut. And I mean, imagine how much that would cost to go to somebody every time. And you need to be able to do this for yourself. And that's a huge part of what I do, is empowering people to maximize their life force and all of their innate abilities, healing, psychic, what have you, connecting to spirit, their spirit guides, and so on and so forth, so they can do themselves what they would normally go to other people for. And I'm not saying that this I mean, I even go to people for help. Look at, I go to you for help. I go to other experts for help. I believe in utilizing experts when you need it, but that you need to be empowered to help and heal yourself when you need to as well. And this is the beginning. This is the like basic energy work to learn how to do that. This is the springboard to learn how to do much more deeper and serious energy work. So this is, really important, and something when people work with me in my Evolve Now program, that is very expensive. It's the first phase of work that we do, along with other stuff integrated in there. But this is something that I want to be a movement in the world, that at some point in the future, people are practicing. Most of the world, if most of the world practiced energy cord maintenance, the world would be a different place. And I'm very, very passionate about that. So I've offered this course for only $35 a month, which I consider I'm literally giving it away.
Right.
That's how it feels, but it feels good to do that because I know that this is going to change people's lives in so many ways. And it's going to spark, I just see everybody as little fireballs, just sparking things up in a big way. So, and I'm so passionate about it. And I know how important that it is. When I first found you and this concept of a very low price point group type of thing, this was the no-brainer method that I was going to be using.
Right. So look, definitely it's a very valuable thing that you have put in place, this course of healing and self, right? So that's awesome, right? Now, also, the key here is, that people experience the fireworks, right? The energy boost, and they're like, wow, right? So that's awesome, right? Now, for example, why is it valuable to you that you build this membership community at this lower price and then have dozens or hundreds of people later? Like, why do you feel like you want to run a membership group community instead of just doing one?
It gets me super excited with just, it really does. I'm at that point in my development, in my journey, that I've done a lot of one-on-one, and I've done some, finite workshops that I really enjoyed. I enjoy the group atmosphere. I enjoy that, the energy of people coming into the space and all being there, very like-minded and focused on themselves. And this type of work, I do very, very high level, deep, spiritual and energy work with people. And the fact of the matter is that I had to heal my money wound and not give away what I did for people, which I did for the first few years because I was still learning. But I got to a point a couple of years ago where I really understood my value, and it costs thousands of dollars to work with me one-on-one, and it's not feasible for everybody. So this past year, I was very motivated, and I've always been motivated to work in how I can work with everybody as to some degree financially, people that can afford thousands of dollars and people who, can't as well. So this made it so wherever you are on that spectrum, you can afford $35 a month to start taking care of yourself in this really high level. And for those people that are meant to, that are guided to go deeper and work with me in I have another group. It's called the Awakening Empath Shaman Circle. And that starts at $144 a month. I have 7 tiers. It goes to $444 a month with increasing value and one-on-one time and services offered. And that's also going to be, limited space because there's only so many I can do. And then from there, I have it goes up from there as far as programs and work with me. But to have something so valuable that really begins to change people's lives at such a low dollar amount, just opens up to me. It's just the gates just open up, and so many more people can come in and be part of my universe, part of my world, and build up my magnetism to me for everything that I do. And I do a lot of stuff. I have a podcast, a YouTube channel. I write articles. I write books. I want to do even more. And so I need a bigger audience, quite frankly, and I want to help more people. So it's a very balanced win-win situation for me.
Yeah.
I'm also working on a completely other group where there isn't weekly meetings. It's just me giving advice to a very private spiritual group. And that's going to be even less, like $13 a month as well, for maybe people who aren't ready to do this regimen of self-healing with the cord cutting, because it's a lot to take on. It's not for everybody either. It's not like it's a commitment if you're going to do it, because it takes several months. So some people just want some questions answered. And so I'm doing this other thing as well. But this one to me is like the big one with the biggest value for the least amount of money that I've ever done before. And I'm super stoked and passionate about it, because to me, it's the no-brainer.
Right.
It's like, if you're at a level where you really want to take care of yourself and change your life, this is the no-brainer.
Right. So you're making your energy, your value accessible to a lot of people, because $35 a month is not a lot of money. And that's the whole idea, right? That you subscribe to this program now, a lot of people, and they can be on the inside of your community, in your paid community, and they grow with you and they experience this energy, right? So
Exactly.
you opened the doors just recently, a week or two ago, to your membership, and 7 people, for example, subscribed to it, which is not a huge amount, but it's that breakthrough for anyone who is about to build a membership, right? Subscribing the first person or 5 or 7 people is that key, because you open the doors, you're gonna add the next few now into the membership, and this is gonna grow and compound in a few months, and in a year you could have hundreds of people later on this kind of membership, right? And this gives you certain recurring income and all sorts of kind of things, right? But tell me, how was your process to go through this, opening the doors to your membership, and how did you subscribe these first 7, and what did they say to you, and what was their feedback, and how are you going to work with them now?
Well, it was a process. It was a process of sending emails, doing YouTube videos, doing videos for Facebook, doing Facebook posts in the groups that I'm on my page. I did 3 separate webinars starting, I think it was the middle of December, and leading up to the launch on the 11th of January. And so it was a big effort all the way around. And somewhere along the lines, I did decide to make it a live course instead of a recorded course. It's going to be recorded, obviously, for people coming afterwards, but because I really love the live interaction, I thought, to give the most value from the very beginning is to have people there to ask questions and go through the whole course and kind of, show me things that maybe I'm missing, so I can tighten things up with the course as well. Yeah. So yeah, it was a kind of like, for looking at, at battle, I hit it from different sides, as much as I could to get the word out. I did email surveys. I did all sorts of stuff, asking questions and just being very excited about the different things that this helps people with, moving on from relationships, being able to forgive, wanting more creativity in your life, and just posing things in a way where it would, get people to, I want to know what this is about, and then want to watch the webinars and, see what I had to say about it, and then want to sign up. And the people who signed up, there's a few current clients, a couple, there's like 3 current clients. There's a couple people that have been following me for a while. There's a couple people that I never even heard of before that have signed. So it's a little rainbow of connection, from deep connection that people that one-on-one client that pays, the higher end, to group people, to people that worked with me in the past, to people that I've never even seen their face before. So it's really interesting how that's turned out. And then there was more people that I think timing is a factor. I think that they're just not quite ready just yet. I think it could be the time of the year. There's are a lot of changes going on already for people. So I think that has a lot to do with it as well. Maybe they want to wait until the actual course is ready and they can just go through it quickly. I think there's a few things going on there, but I'm definitely excited to get, I'm excited. I know that there will be a lot more people. I know for a fact.
You will be adding more people to it anyway. So it seems that you posted content, you wrote some emails, you did the workshops, right? So you reminded people, hey, I am going to have this course, this mini community, right? And then they responded, right? You kind of built a little small list of interested people. But then what did you do? Did you just send them the link out to them, or did you go on any calls with individuals? How did you do it? Just so everyone knows.
Yeah. So I didn't want it to make it one of those webinars that you have to sign up for and then get, I wanted to make it super easy. So I just streamed my webinar on my Facebook page and YouTube simultaneously through StreamYard. And every time that I did it. So whether you knew about it ahead of time, you knew about any of this ahead of time or not, if you saw me live or you came across it at some point, you can watch the webinars. And then I made a registration form, a very simple email, and do you want a consultation? It was a form that I made in type form that asked very short, very, very short, specific questions like, do you want to be reminded of upcoming news or updates or webinars for this course? And also, do you want to have a consultation about this? And so I had maybe 20 to 30 people fill out the registration forms whenever I would post whatever it was about this course and membership. And I did one consultation. There was this lady who read one of my articles. She just found my article about and energy cords and all of this that I'd written a while ago. And she's a trauma therapist, and she's had her own trauma. And she was like, I'm starting to get more spiritual and understanding energy. And I think this has a lot to do with things. And she wanted to, look into that and learn more about it for herself and for her clients, which I thought was really awesome, because she's more she comes from a traditional therapeutic, way of thinking. And so she's actually the only one that I did a consultation with. And at the end of the consultation, she was like, this is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to sign up. But she actually didn't end up signing up. And I even sent her an email following up with her. Haven't heard back, but that's okay. Who knows what happened. But so everybody that is signed up, I didn't do a consultation with.
Yeah, so you
the one person I did a consultation with, she didn't sign up.
Okay, that's quite other way. But to those 7 who did, right? You sent out just the link, right? The order page.
Well, to any place that I had, to any place that I was either posting or emailing had the links to either YouTube or Facebook, and they could come. Yes, absolutely.
No, I mean for them to subscribe, right? For them to pay, right?
Oh, for them to pay. Yeah. So what I would do is then I would guide people to my information and my what I called my course detail and order page. It's
Order
just one
page.
page.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then they would sign up. Yeah.
And then they signed up, and then they came to your first group call that you had then the last week, right? Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, so basically, these 7 they subscribed just through the order page, and the only call
Yep.
that you actually did, she didn't subscribe. But anyway,
Yeah.
so
At least not yet. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she got busy or who
yeah,
knows what.
so
But yeah.
you did this in a very, let's say, we call this an attractive way because you know, they just clicked and subscribed on their own, right? You know, what I also say and teach is that we can help ourselves doing things the other way as well, right? Where we go and we speak with these people from your list, for example, because you said that you had a lot of survey replies and you have on your list a lot of people. And if you would just go and follow up with them and maybe go on a quick call with them, a few more could subscribe, right? But anyway, you didn't.
Sure.
You didn't push that much. You just did it in an attractive way, which is perfect. Um, and yeah, you have now your first 7 subscribers, and you're gonna be now posting more emails and all sorts of things, and there will be few more joining, right? So you're gonna grow this, and it's gonna evolve, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm planning on definitely do more emails, more. I'm going to recycle my posts that I posted over the last few months. They definitely got people to engage.
Yeah.
I'm going to do more webinars. I'm going to do more art. I'm going to do more of everything, and I'm going to continue to do
So
more
what is your
because
goal? What is your goal with this mini membership? What is that number in your mind of how many people it would be ideally for you to have after now you deliver your course and it becomes more live?
well, are we like what time frame are you asking
It
about?
doesn't
Like
matter. Like, is it 20, 30 people, or is it, you know, like, because you're at 7 now, right? What's that next goal of yours, right? Just a simple question.
yeah, I would love to have 100 people in there. I would love
Right,
that.
right, right.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome, right? What was the hardest thing for you to do in this mini launch?
I think just coming up with different ways to present it so people just didn't see the same things over and over, and that each
Right.
time it was interesting to read and get excited about. I did
Content
utilize
creation.
Chat GPT quite a lot.
Good idea.
I found that through your suggestion way back in the middle of your first group course, it was go to Chat GPT. I never used it before. And since then, I've been using it to help me with copy, with marketing material, with, you know, concepts and ideas. And it's been great. I've been really enjoying using that AI for as an assistant, quite frankly, for marketing. It's been it's really helped me a lot, or else it would have been a lot harder, honestly.
So coming up with ideas for
Yeah.
promotion, right? For attraction.
Yeah, like I would just write stuff out and then be like, this is what I want to do with this. Can you help me give me suggestions on making this, you know, just more concise, easier flow, you know, whatever. And then Chat GPT would take it and then I would work with that and it would just go back and forth. And
Right.
I have had an ongoing thread with Chat GPT. It's a super, super, super long thread because that thread knows about this course. So when I go into that thread to ask about marketing material or an email or whatever that I want to do, it already knows everything that we've talked about. So it's getting even better and better every time I use it.
Right. Interesting point. Yes, of course. So on the other side, what was the most inspiring thing to you about opening this membership?
It was, you know, with each either email or post that I would ask for some type of engagement and to see people engaging.
Yes, and respond. Right.
Yeah, that was really cool. And even in the spiritual groups that I'm in, when I would bring it up in comments, or, to see other people go, hey, I want that information too. Because for a while there, I was saying, I'm working on a video about XYZ, and let me know if you want to get that video. And people that I wasn't specifically talking to were asking about it. And then, even I forgot to tell you, or haven't had a chance to tell you, that I've had like 5 different requests to join my Facebook group on Facebook. Just people where they see me in the spiritual group that I'm in talking about it, and then they just ask to join the Facebook group. Now I have to go in and say, hey, this is a paid membership, blah, 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 the whole thing. And then, so I haven't had anybody that's done that yet actually sign up, but
those are all
I can see that also happening.
These are, again, contacts, potential leads, contacts that you can talk to. And I mean, this all adds on fire, right? And then you're going to be all of these people coming in. They can become part of your membership, right? So that's pretty good. I think under this video, we could put your order page for anyone that's interested in this idea, that they can look at your membership, right? So just gonna link so people can see what kind of page you used for them to subscribe. Okay, any last thoughts about how you started with building your community? Suggestions for anyone else who's
if you're thinking of doing this for yourself, I would think about it, at least at first, as kind of giving away really, really good value, so people can get into your world and get to know you and what you can do, and just see the light. And so the closer they can get to the light, the brighter it gets. And that's going to translate into, more later. But when I say giving away, I'm talking literally about having the mindset of, we want recurrent income. We want to make money, at the end of the day. But if you're going to do something like this, it's really about making it a no-brainer, making it like, if this is going to resonate with somebody, that the money is not a factor, that they're like, this is a deal and a steal. And then you have them like in your net, you're holding them. And now you can build a relationship and all of that. And to me, that's invaluable. And so to just have that mindset, you're going to do a lot of work to do this, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of preparation. It's a lot. But make it super valuable, make it really, really valuable, and make it so, it's like, I'm giving it away and I'm happy to give it away because it's going to come back tenfold at some point in the future.
Right.
Like to me, that's like the best thing, is your mindset, really.
And at the end of the day, we want to help people, right? So more that we give them, it helps them. It helps them to be inspired, go through the transformation, and they come back and they want to give you back then, and they want to go to that next level step. So it all works. Very cool.
Well, and something I want to point out too is that probably may not like, I mentioned it earlier, but I want to touch on it again, is that this is something that my clients, now there's just a couple of them right now, but even my client that works with me one-on-one is in this group, that pays thousands of dollars a month, is in this group, because in this group, it's something that we work on in one-on-one, but he's getting even more being in this group. And it's only through, it's like, what else? You know what I mean? So it's like, also, I'm not saying that's going to work for everybody, but if you can come up with a course and membership that even the people you work with one-on-one will find value in this, and that's also a no-brainer because it's so cheap, then they're also they're part of a community. Exactly. and so even my other clients that, you know, it's like you would think, oh, the higher ticket people wouldn't be interested in this. That's not true. They're also in this.
Because people want to hang out with you, they want to be part of your energy, part of the community. They want to be part of it, right? Regardless. So, I mean, that's an awesome thing that you can create an environment like that and give them this
Yeah.
opportunity.
And
And
they're
that,
getting something in there that they're not getting with me one-on-one, at least not to this degree and everything else. And I've designed it that way because that's what made the most sense. And it's not like I need that extra person's $35. It's that he's getting value from being there and I'm getting value from him being part of it. You know what I mean? So I think to also think about those things as well, not just new people, not just people that can't, you know, maybe can't afford all of the things, but everybody. I think if you come up with a course that everybody would be interested in, no matter where they are in your environment, in your atmosphere, that you're gonna be successful. Absolutely.
yes, very nice. Thank you, Infinity, for sharing all of these thoughts. And we're looking forward to see what's
Sure.
that next achievement that we're gonna get to, right, together.
Well, thank you so much, Primoz. I really appreciate all your help and guidance through this. We've been working on this since July and it's January and I'm in the middle of the live course and really excited to see where this goes the rest of the year with everything that I'm working on that's sprouting from this. Like I see
Exactly.
this with like so, you know, so many roots going out and you know paths going out in different directions that is really exciting to me.
But yeah, it's a great progress, even if at times things are going a little slower or whatsoever. But if we stick with them for long enough or whatever, right, the thing starts compounding and it comes back. And you know, this long-term investments of hours of time and whatever we're building on long term, we're going to experience those benefits in a few months, in a year or two. Imagine your group, you're at 7 now, right? Let's go to 9, 10, and you're not going to be at 15 soon and then 35 just because you started, right? You know, and
Yeah, absolutely. It's a process. It takes time to, it's like a sculpture, you know, it doesn't happen overnight and you're sculpting this new thing into creation. And there's times where I had to go weeks without working on it because there was other things to do. And then where I was like, oh, you know, like this is what I was doing. But I always had the passion for it and know this is going to be the thing. And it's just worked out perfectly to start in January. It's a perfect thing to get people going for the start of the year and really changing their lives and this 2024 and my life as well. And I'm super, super, super excited. It's one of the things I've been most passionate about in a long time to really put in a lot of energy and see where it can go.
yeah.
Like I said, I want it to be a movement, not just you know, like
Right.
I see it like that.
And okay, one more question. So, how do you find it to be beneficial to you to be part of a mini group of mine, for example, where we are a few of us working on building our memberships, right? How do you find it to be beneficial, for example, to you to be part of this environment, right? How does that
Yeah.
help?
Yeah, it helps tremendously. I mean, this is um it's a great people it's a great container of people who are doing this, you know, same thing but different in their own unique way and are established coaches or healers or what have you and are like-minded in the sense of this is probably, you know, very new, a different type of thing than we've ever done before. And that's how it was for me. Like I've had one-on-one, I've had workshop, you know, contained workshops for finite amount of time. groups and some other things, but I've never done anything like this before.
Mm.
And a lot of us haven't. This is a really cool new thing that you've come up with, as far as I'm concerned, to have something a lower dollar and a course and a membership and everything, and to be able to be in a group and with you and your guidance to direct us and where we're going helps quite a lot, for sure. So yeah, I definitely recommend it, working with
Yeah,
you
so
and
that's
doing this group. If
right.
you have a course, if you have a coaching, whatever, this is something you should try. I really believe it.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of community element, right? I mean, we have a course that we are going through, but community and these live calls that we are having, or even with your mini membership now, right? You're gonna have that connection. These people can be part of it, right? They can ask questions. They can be part of this group that's moving forward together, and you can see other people's situations, and you can benefit from those and learn from those. And we are on this similar train now, and it's easier for us to go through toward that goal that we are all going to, because we go together, right? And so on. So
Yeah.
and just
Yeah, I really believe that there's a lot of power in group and people doing doing something together and learning from each
yeah,
other and being inspired and motivated by each other's success and whatever, and freely giving help and thoughts and advice and whatever it is. It's just, life is better when you are doing it with other people, who are in the same wavelength as you, because it's just more power. I'm all about that. And that's how I see my course. It's like, the more people, the more power, and the better we're gonna all be when we're doing things together. So yeah, it's pretty big. It's a big deal
yeah.
for sure.
And it's like you said, a little unique model. Yeah, I mean, lower fees, but the
Very
membership is
much.
this is an ongoing thing. I mean, if someone's paying you
Yeah.
$100 a month and you have 10, 30 people, whatever, right? I mean, and they can stay, and it's a longer uh thing. People, it's just an ongoing thing. That's what I'm trying to say, right? And you are building this community on long term, and it is growing and compounding. Anyway, so
Yeah, and not only that, but I have the other ones too. This one is 35, the next one is 144, and then it goes up from there. So that's where I want, people in this container to go, I want more of this with you.
right,
So what do I do? Do I go one-on-one program? Do I go into the other group that's a little bit more money a month? Because they could do both. And that's the
exactly.
way I designed it too. They can do all three. And so yeah, and then if you have somebody working with you ongoing, that's huge for them and for you.
Yeah, and this smaller container allows them to experience your stuff and get that connection, trust them, and then they are upgraded,
Exactly.
and it's easier on them to
Exactly.
experience. It's less
Yeah.
risk for them, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Infinity, we wrap it up now. Okay, thank you so much, and
Okay.
we'll speak
Thank
soon
you so
about
much.
the next achievements of yours. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.